I guess life is like a box of chocolates. You just never know what you're going to get. Come on. Here we are on Hungarian roads, 45 kilometres, and it's absolutely diabolical. Worst roads I've been on in Europe, by far. So, got a nice little stretch of road here. 2 cars overtaking. Speed limits are just, it seems to be non-existent. Not that you can really tell sometimes what the speed limit is. So I've constantly got a queue of vehicles behind wanting to overtake. The roads are quite narrow, certainly not big enough for 2 trucks to pass. And this is a toll road. Yeah. Okay, these are the standpipes that have been passing around the villages here in Hungary. So many of them, and yes, they do work, or some do work. So yeah, I'm desperate for some water today. I've had to rig up my spare 12-volt pump to obviously transfer it from standpipe into the bucket and then via the pump into the tanks. But yeah, I think you know, I carry a box of literally spares and spare pipes for all occasions, and you know, Helen always says to me, "Why are you carrying all those?" But yeah, over the last couple of weeks, she's actually seen, you know, the benefits of having different connectors for taps and different lengths of hoses and things like that. So one of the things I am going to do is, when I get a flight back to the UK within the next couple of weeks, I am going to change, well, I'm going to keep this pump, but I'm going to actually get a submersible pump, 240 volt as well. I've worked out with this, I really need about 30 litres per minute going into the tanks. That's going to work out, so it's not going to really expand the hose pipe too much. Yeah, but I've got one about 27 quid. It's one for the berthing pools, so it would be ideal for pumping water out of a stream, or like this through a standpipe, which is ideal. What I'm trying to find out is, the more east you go, the less taps there are available, and obviously things like park for the night, where you do get indication where these water points are, they're becoming less and less. But we're crossing multiple rivers and streams, so there's always water there. You just need to get the water from the river into your tanks. Thankfully, as you know, last year I upgraded the water filtration system, so that's working fine. The last place where we stopped, that was a mountain river, although it was about 14 miles from the source, so it weren't clean water However, that was the only option what we had, so we had to pump that in, put it into the tanks, and thankfully the water filtration system's done its job. Yeah, so this is working. I'm set up. I should have enough water now for the next week or so. That's refreshing. Right, I'm breaking protocol again. I've not got a shirt on. Been so warm guys. It's 7:30 at night here in Hungary, and it's 33 degrees inside the pod. Today it's been 37 in the pod and 42 in the cab. And I pulled up, after I filled up with water, I actually parked on that corner. It was just getting too warm to drive, uncomfortable. I must admit, driving when it's hot, it's not too bad, all right. We haven't got air conditioning in the cab, but at least the air is moving. Yeah, it got so warm today, I thought, you know what, I'm going to just wrap up, sort out my vignette for Romania, and peg it over the border, because I'm literally about 5 kilometers away from the border, but I'm about 4 hours drive away from the Carpathian Mountains, which I'm thinking if I get in the mountains it's going to be much cooler. And as you can see now, I've got sweat running down my face. It's so warm. We haven't got air conditioning in the camper. I am thinking about buying one of these standalone units. I think they're around about £300, and I've got a cupboard what's going spare. And yeah, I may get it on. It's not too bad at night. I can cope with it at night with the windows open and the fan blowing. It's not too bad, but this temperature during the day, I just find it very hard to do anything. Your hands are sweating, your forehead's sweating, your glasses are falling off your head. Anything you touch, your hands are sweating. So using the laptop or the cameras is just like, well, it's just a joke. What else? Helen's not with me. She's flown home from Poland. She had some things to take care of at home. I'm hopefully going to be joining her roughly in about a week's time. So I'm thinking spend sort of like a 5 days up in the mountains, and then drive over to Moldova and go to the capital, maybe there, and get a flight home from there. I think it's either there or Bucharest in Romania. Not quite sure. Need to look for some place with where we can put the camper, whether it's a campsite or what, I don't know yet. So I'm going to sort that over the next 5 days. Yeah, so I'll be flying home 3 or 4 days, see my daughter, see my mother, see friends, then blast back over, and then we'll continue down into Bulgaria. The truck's running all right. The windows are perfect. The blinds are absolutely bang on. The roof light, perfect. I can't complain about anything really. The work what we've done this year on the upgrades have been absolutely fantastic. Thankfully, the blinds, talk about mosquitoes and any other flying insect what just wants to like eat you alive. Yeah, you know, I'll be glad hopefully when we get down to Bulgaria and Turkey, where hopefully we start losing the mosquitoes. I think what the problem is in sort of like Eastern Europe, there's a lot of rivers, a lot of streams, a lot of lakes, ponds, you know, runoffs, you know, a lot of dikes, canals. So there's a lot of water around, and no matter where you stop, there's bloody mosquitoes or there's flies trying to eat you alive. So yeah, see what I mean? Another one. Just watching that sun go down, it's nice. So yeah, this part of the journey then without Helen is a little bit depressing, doing this on your own. As you can see, the park up tonight is nothing special whatsoever. I am hoping for a couple of deer to come out over here, I think. Got to be some deer on there tonight. But yeah, it's very... Once you've been travelling together and then suddenly one person's missing, it's like it just knocks you sideways and you don't know what you're doing with your time, or, you know, it's just even like cooking a meal, getting the barbecue out. I've got the barbecue out tonight. I forced myself to do it because if not, I'd just be eating rice out of the packet or something, you know what I mean? Not really, but... So yeah, so that's just a quick update really. I want to film more, but the weather is just too hot or too rainy. And yeah, certainly since we left Poland, there's been nothing really to film. Probably next filming location is probably going to be up in the mountains or driving to get there. So like I said, I apologise for not having a shirt on, but please understand, as I've just checked now, 33 degrees in the pod. Yeah, it's just bloody warm. So and as you can tell, I'm sweating as it is. So right, I'll leave it here and I'll catch you hopefully in the Carpathian Mountains in Romania.
Hearts of stone turn into hearts of gold. All of that bleeding turns into healing.
I've got a prime location here, and I must admit, I've said this, I don't know, countless times. The further you get away from the UK and Europe, the better it becomes. The better it becomes. There's no problem with parking here. I've got another 4x4 friend over there. I had drinks last night with the German couple just down here where this cabin is. No problem. No problem from the authorities, no problem from the farmers, no problem from the walkers complaining or anything like that. It's fantastic. So welcome to Romania. Bit of a long drive to get here. Yeah, bit of a long drive. I said it was going to be about 4 hours. Well, by the time I'd done spending about 40 minutes at the border crossing, having sort of like breakfast, then stopping for lunch. It ended up being probably about a 6 or 7 hour journey to actually get here. And admitted I didn't actually come straight to this location. I actually stopped about 2 miles down the mountain, because that's a really steep climb to actually get up onto this plateau here. So I actually stopped down there the first night, and then someone said to me, "Oh no, don't stop here, come up here," like so. So yeah, did the hill climb, passing a couple of cars on the way. loads of room here. You could have even reversed up to here, but there you go. And made it up here. The vignette, I got that sorted. Got that really sorted really quick. Went on the internet, and I've paid for a month, 30 days, and it's €56. Now, we've got less than a month actually left in Schengen, but as I've just said, I'm flying home hopefully this week, and you know, I may be a week at home, so it will either you could either pay for 30 days or 7 days, and I think it was about £28 for 7 days, and then 56 for like 4 weeks. So it was like, you know, a no-brainer really. Got a really dark cloud. The forecasted storms tonight and rain tomorrow. You can see a dirty cloud coming over, but it's been lovely while I've been here, and beautiful sunsets. If I don't show you the sun going down tonight, I'll show you some photos I've got from previous nights. So the roads in Romania, much better, thankfully. Yeah, I think if the roads were same as Hungary, I think I would have turned around and I don't know, gone somewhere else. But thankfully the roads have been fine. Yes, and it's much cooler up here. I've already apologised for not having my shirt on the last clip, but no, it's been nice. In fact, last night it was a little bit cool, a little bit windy, and like I said, I sat with some German friends down there, and we had a fire going, so it was nice to sit there with a fleece on and you know, trousers on. Been really nice during the day. Shorts and t-shirt weather. So yeah, my plan of getting off the flatlands and getting up into the mountains really did work. So I'm really pleased with that. I've also met a German family while I've been here, and I actually spent yesterday and today with them. They invited me along on a walk to there's a cascade just down the valley here. So we did about a 7-mile walk yesterday, and then today, well, this morning, I did some I greased the prop shafts and other suspension nipples and things like that underneath the camper this morning. And then this afternoon, just in the valley there, in that dark gloomy bit, there's actually a lake, so we visited the lake this afternoon, which again, nice. It was nice to have company. Not having Helen here is one thing, but then, you know, having a chat and having a talk to someone makes, you know, it does make a big difference. The Romanian people are very nice, very welcoming. In fact, we were up at the lake today, and you know, a youngish lad, maybe in 20s, came round offering us all cake. And they must have had some cake left over from the meal or the picnic, and basically they were going around everyone offering cake. And you know, it sort of like makes you think, have we lost that in England? That friendship, that trust. Yeah, it's strange really. But yeah, the Romanian people are all kind. They all say hello. You know, I've had a few cars come past here, 4x4s, and they've all waved, and you know, so yeah, it's a great experience. It really is. It really is. So tonight, I think we've got a plan. I've got a storage facility sorted down near Bucharest. So I think my intentions are basically to, over the next 3 or 4 days, make it down to Bucharest. And yeah, get a flight, put the camper in storage, and then spend the weekend at home, and then hopefully get back out here next week at some point, and then carry on the journey. But yeah, so I've got a big nice drive down the valley tomorrow. I am looking forward to that. It was a bit of a challenge coming up, especially I met 2 cars that were going down. So that was fun, and it is a very steep climb. It is a very steep climb. That's a really dark cloud behind me. I'm going to wrap up now before I get wet putting my stuff away, and I've got some washing out. I've done some washing today. So yeah, we're heading down that road tomorrow, and I'll catch you sometime then.
Hearts of stone turn into hearts of gold. All of their bleeding turns into healing. Hearts that